elaborate a bit on the security implications of this instability in the island nation down south, how serious it could be and what should India be prepared for?
Look, the simple fact is that wherever China has tried its form of, deadtrap policies, its investment trap, whether in Sri Lanka, whether in Pakistan, it has created an economic disaster of unprecedented kind. Sri Lanka was such a prosperous state. It was generating so much revenue from tourism. And then came COVID, which sort of, destroyed tourism. And then came the autocratic rule of the Rajapakshas, who, with their whimsical policies, for example, 2 years back, they banned the use of chemical fertilizers because they wanted to reduce costs. They switched to organic, and that ruined the crops. There is now the people are staring at hunger. There is chaos on the streets because the people are hungry. There is no oil. The entire economic system has collapsed. China's deadtrap policies, they wanted to grab Hambantota. They have taken Hambantota and the Colombo ports, but these are now white elephants. The country is in dire straits. And, people don't know when they have to, politicians just don't understand that when they have to go. Rajapaksa clung on, his younger brother, the Prime Minister, of course, resigned, but Rajapaksa, the executive president, just refused to part with power. Today he has had to run because the anger on the streets is boiling over. Hunger leads to anger. Nothing can really prevent that. Now, even if you get a government of the opposition, they will have to negotiate terms of getting the bailouts from the IMF. Those will be very stringent terms, so the people will continue to suffer. It will at least till end of 23 is when Vikram Singh was saying. So now you can get a government of the opposition, you can get Premdasa, you can get whosoever. It will take about 2-3 years of belt tightening and recovery. The world has received a double whammy. We had COVID. COVID recovery was followed by the Ukrainian war. The price of oil has gone through the roof. The price of fertilizers has gone through the roof. There is a food crisis in terms of the supply of wheat cereal, barley, sunflower oil, etc., etc. It has been a double whammy. And it is these poor countries that are paying for it. Today it is Sri Lanka, tomorrow it could be Pakistan. This is the China economic model, the ruination, collapse. India is the only country that has, raised its voice against it. But unfortunately, in Sri Lanka, there has been a combination of circumstances and combination of circumstances.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for this very comprehensive perspective on the Sri Lankan crisis and the security implications with the China angle there. Let's try and go back to situation on the ground. Lahiru Dolaswala, in fact, joins us from Colombo, our correspondent. Lahiru, if you are able to hear me, I was told there is some connectivity issue. It's been about 10 hours since the protesters stormed inside the presidential palace. Any update on what's happening there on the ground? Are the protests intensifying? When the protesters intend to leave the presidential palace? What is the law and order situation? Where has Gotabaya Rajapaksa vanished? All right, it seems the connectivity issue did not get sorted out. Obviously, there is a law and order situation on the ground in Colombo, because of which there might be connectivity issues as well. Infrastructure of Sri Lanka is stretched. Economy is in doldrums. There are fuel shortages, food shortages. In fact, the entire crisis was precipitated about 4 months back when the Ceylon Electricity Board imposed almost 12 to 14-hour power cuts across the country, leading to citizens coming out on the